everybody, Gothic Witch here. Welcome to lesson number 5. Can you believe it? Just giving you a quick look at my altar today. We have Freya and we have her cats, and then we have Odin. We have beautiful Freya candle. We have my horn, drinking horn. We also have a new addition, which is what I made the other day, and that is Thor's hammer for the altar. So yeah, we've been busy. Also put my tree up there, my lovely Yggdrasil, which shows all the 9 planetary things. I won't show too much in case of copyright. Yep, so that was my actual huge horn. It's too big. I can't really use that one too much. So yeah, we've been busy, guys. Yeah. So guys, how you been doing? Yeah, a lot in a week really. I've got my glasses on today so I can read a bit better. How you all been getting on? Now lesson 5, as I just said a minute ago. Can't believe we're at lesson 5 already. You must have been doing, well, just recapping, doing your diaries, looking at the moon, seeing how it affects you, writing down your dreams, doing your sacred breaths in the morning, doing some giving to the gods and the goddesses in the morning in some way. It's been a lot for you guys to be getting on with, and today I was thinking we'll do the next sacred breath, which is in the afternoon. So you've done the morning, you've done your midday one, so the next one, let's get this straight, it will be in the evening. It will be in the evening, but it won't be like late evening, it'll be about tea time-ish. So yeah, I just want to see what, because when you get to that one, you're in the west, so you'll be standing in the west. Yeah, so you'll be standing in the west, from the abode. I'm just going to do it my way. Okay, fine. So basically it will be standing in the west, getting yourself into the state that you feel comfortable in, like spiritually, taking your deep breaths in and out 5 times, and then you stand in the west with your arms open wide, and you think about what it is you're actually doing. What state is the sun in at this stage of the day? It's coming down, especially this time of the year, because at this time of the year we get darker, the evenings are drawing in, it's getting darker. So around 6 o'clock now it's dark, isn't it? So if you're doing it around that time, because obviously you might have a job, it might take you time to come home. So yeah, thinking about where the sun is. So obviously if it's dark, the sun has gone down, so it's not really a sunset, unless, I mean, it's not really a sun coming down. It depends what time you do it. Some people can do it a little bit before that happens. Some people, obviously due to circumstances, won't be able to. You just have to fathom it out, but just realise that it's like it's resting, it's coming down. So we say, "Hail to thee, immaculate spiritual sun." Now notice, you can change the words. I say immaculate because it has been immaculate for the whole day. So immaculate spiritual sun, whose visible symbol is seen in the heavens. Hail unto thee from the abode of evening, or eventide. If you want to get that, people change the words to suit themselves. You can say evening, you can say night time, but eventide sort of gives it that more ritualistic effect. So you can say what you like really. Now you're used to doing it in the morning and midday. You can actually do what words you like, but you can say eternal, which is what we've been saying, eternal spiritual sun, whose physical presence is seen in the skies, in the heavens, and you're just saying thank you really for the day. So once you've done that, take some deep breaths, think about your day, thinking about what the light actually does for you, and then put it to bed. You're not going to be doing any more. So you can add that one now to your list of 3. It would be 3, and you've got one more. So I'll give you 2 weeks to fit that one in. So now you'll be doing the morning, midday, evening, yeah? And then we'll do the last one in 2 weeks' time. And once you've got that off packed, which would be great because then you can just do it, and you'll be doing something every day, yeah? Which is good. It's good stuff. The other thing I thought we could do today, we could do it slowly so that it's easy for you to absorb. But the wheels that I was talking to you about, the Hweols of Maegen, which is the wheels of power in English, it's basically the chakra system, the Norse chakra system. It's totally different. It's more easy to learn. It's more apt for our type of climate and everything. So I think if we start with the first one, first of all, the wheels of power, what does that mean? Well, the wheels of power actually means when you build up energy in your body, you're bringing your inner power, you're bringing your inner light, you're bringing your inner being to the surface. And when you think about the Norse people way back in Viking times, they needed that energy. And I think, you know, back then they probably didn't do things like this, but it's a way of bringing forth the inner warrior and also balancing yourself and keeping yourself spiritually healthy. So it's a good thing to do. So we start off with the very first one, which starts at the bottom. First of all, you've got to remember you're drawing that energy up from the earth, from right below you. So you imagine that black earth, and then once you've got that visualized in your head, you see brown shoots coming up to your feet. Now it is actually called the foot wheel. Now foot as in, we say foot, but it's fot, and that's F-O-T. If you're writing this down, it's F-O-T, the foot wheel, and wheel is spelt H-W-E-O-L, okay? It's different, but if you want to do it in English, it's the foot, and it is the wheels of power, okay? So it'll be the foot wheel. Okay, so the foot, yeah, it corresponds to the element of earth, which is apt because you've got earth coming up through your feet. So it corresponds to earth, and the colour is a very deep brown, earthy brown, which makes sense as well. So it's easy to remember. And it also corresponds to the sphere Helheim, which is below us. So it's in the earth. Helheim is the realm of death, and it is ruled by Hel, the goddess Hel, okay? It also corresponds to Yggdrasil, I can never say it right, Yggdrasil, the tree, and so it is the strength, it's the roots, it's the bottom, it is the beginning of it, yeah? Even though it goes underneath us, it is like a, well, it just holds it firm, so it's very apt, the colouring, the correspondences, and it gives you power, strength and determination in everything you do. So when you open that one up, you've got strength and ability, and it all links together. So And if it's out of balance, which it may be when you start working with it, it can bring on physical and a mental exhaustion. Now, you always hear of people saying they feel totally exhausted all the time, and it's probably because their foot wheel is out of alignment. People, when they do the other chakra system, they get the same problems when they're out of sync. They feel it physically, and it's the same thing with this. So it also relates to the rune Uruz. Now, on some of my videos you've heard me saying Uruz. Uruz is strength and vitality, and you know, you want that at your root. You want a good foundation. So I'm going to leave it at that one, because I don't think we should do too many in one go. Yeah. Now, it is coming up to Halloween, or Samhain, or as we say, all sorts of stuff, all different names for the same festival. And I'm going to be putting some different videos out on it. I've done one which is the charge of the dark goddess, because people don't realise that we have light and we have dark. You need the two things to balance. You can't just have all good stuff. You have to have the bad as well. And I thought, you know, I'd talk to you about Hel, the goddess Hel. Now Hel, well, she was a very big lady, and she had half her face was black and half of it was white. She was so out of depth that Odin put her down into Helheim to rule over Hel, and she looks after all those that haven't died in battle and have died of illnesses and things like that. They go and stay in this realm, Helheim. Now, a lot of people think it's called hell because it's like the Christian hell. It's not like that at all. It is basically a place similar to where we live now, only it's humdrum, and it's just normal living down there. There's nothing spectacular, it's just life, but in death, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's where people like that will reside. It's nothing bad and it's nothing fantastic, it's just general. And Hel, the goddess Hel, well, yeah, she is a dark goddess, but she's also, you know, you can go to her for things, you can seek her. So yeah, not a terrifying person that she's made out to be, but I wouldn't muck around with her, no. I just think you guys have got a lot to be doing now. What you could also do, and I did ask you to do this in the other ones, is if you've done your tree, if you've done your Yggdrasil, you can actually write the things I'm telling you. It's like for the foot one, find Helheim, which will be sort of at the bottom, and then write the things I've told you today on that. And when you've finished it all, you'll have all your correspondences and everything will be on that chart, and you won't have to keep going through things to find it all. I found that a help for me when I was doing Kabbalah, and I had to do the Tree of Life. So that was, I put all my correspondences on that. It's a good thing to do. Also this week I made my new thing for my altar, and that is my hammer, Thor's hammer. Yeah, made it all nice on the back, it's all shiny. I thought I would do that. And so now, it's not obviously the right thing, but at least it's something I can put there to relate to Thor. So guys, I want you to now give me some feedback on what you've learned, how you're doing. If anyone's having problems, if you need help, I'm always here. Are you getting stuff? Have you met your guides and helpers? Are you still meditating and visiting them to get teaching? Are you writing everything down? Are you getting dreams? Are you feeling things? Are you starting to see stuff that you never did before? These things are all apt to your development, and each person does things in a different way. So you might not see things yet, but you might hear things, or you might not have seen your guides, but they are there and you can sense them. Everybody is different and everybody does it in different ways. Apart from that, doing your breathing technique and honouring the sun every day, that will help you to get acclimatized to doing spiritual work every day, and that will make you feel like you're doing stuff, and when you feel like that, you'll feel great inside. Also, have you wrote down a nice little verse that you can say to the goddess or the god in the morning? Are you looking at your packs of tarot to pick a card out and see what it says for your day ahead? All these things, you know, it's a lot to be doing in one go, but it will benefit you in the long run, and you will look back on all this stuff. Whatever you get and you write down, you can keep it and then look back at it, and you'll be amazed at what you've actually absorbed. The mind is like a sponge, and it absorbs, and the more you feed it, the more it allows in. So it might feel difficult at this moment, but as you get used to doing it, you'll be able to add more, and it won't feel like a chore. It'll feel like part of your life. So apart from that, guys, not a lot more I can do this week, so gonna leave it there. Hopefully you have a good week ahead, and keep going, don't give up, because you will miss so much if you do. And as I said, I'm always here if you need to ask me something. If you want to do it quietly, my email. You know, it's what I'm here for. I'm trying to help you, I'm trying to guide you. Anyway, to any new subscribers, I'd just like to say welcome to my channel and thank you. And to all those that are supporting my channel, I also say thank you. And please press the like buttons, guys. And if you are new and haven't subscribed, think about it. It's not going to cost you anything. And it helps the channel grow. So from me to you, wishing you a happy evening, day, or wherever you come from, whatever time of day, I'm going to say Hweols of Maegen.